Okay guys, this time around we're doing 0 Hour number 2. Again, a miniseries they count backwards. And basically this one has a bunch of bad guys and a bunch of good guys on the cover. Again, if you love a lot of superheroes on the cover, this is definitely a good cover for you. I actually love the cover. So here we go, starting out showing Fate, gone, and there's his stuff he used to wear. And it's showing, Wave Riser with, formerly known as, Monarch, Hawk, and Dove. All combined with Wave Riser to make Extent, and he explains to him that, you're a part of me, this is what you're going to become, and he's like, no I'm not, I'm going to fight it. And the other guys, the Legion of Superheroes, he's trying to save, or stabilize. And then, Wave Rider snaps and is going to fight Extent, and, they're fighting, and then, I need to go elsewhere, and then he puts his mask back on, and he basically leaves. Like, okay. The war has begun, and he goes to his people saying he changes these guys thinking into his troops or something, because they don't explain this, because all of a sudden he's with his army and it says, we're going to go destroy the superheroes. Of course, here you are back in New York City, superheroes, not sure what to do, what's going on. This dude's Emerald Dragon, which I've never seen much before. They show the ray, and they sing, hey, put all your energy into the city, and we'll use my chair, siphon through my chair, and with Booster, and they do all this stuff to try to, and they save, the timelines from merging, getting that city to go back to where it belongs. But then they show up, the Legion of Superheroes, some all old or dying, or something's wrong with them. And Al Scott's like, basically, you know what? They had our heads handed to us, and we were talking about this guy, the guy did to them, and then here is the original Flash. He's like, I'm finished. I can't do this anymore. And the Starman's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm finished. So many years we've been arrogant, thinking that we could do this, we'd live forever, and look what it brought us. And so Martian Manhunter basically takes away the ones that got to go to the hospital, and then Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, goes to Kyle and basically says, you know what, I'm done too. Even though I look young, I feel old. And he gives him his Green Lantern ring, saying, now you're the only Green Lantern. And here's where the original Flash tears off his lightning bolt, saying, I'm done. The Flash days are over. So a lot of changing the old guard, again, in 0 Hour. Is basically what it was. And here it shows them walking away. And, and Hawkins says, a part of me feels like I should go with them. He goes, but he's a new man. He says, Superman says, now it's up to you. And, and like Superboy tells Ray, if that happened to Justice League of America, what's going to happen to us? And Superman says, yeah, they were pros. Kind of like, what chance do we have if they didn't have a chance against him? And so once again, they get organized, and these guys end up in the end of time and space. And then Superman and them show up and they get attacked by the Teen Titans of this era. Of course, so they're fighting these versions of Teen Titans, and of course, and this guy basically, disappears. Something happens to him, I guess, and then here's where he says, one of your friends did make it and stuff, and they're still hit hard. And then the old Flash goes, you know what? He's gonna help. He's an old friend. He wasn't there. He should be with us, so he's gonna go confront him. And then here's, Power Girl, she's pregnant, something's happening to her, she's like, what's going on? And it shows her baby has some kind of power to protect a bubble. And then there's Extent again, a Vanishing Point basically taking over the place. And here they see like the end of time with the, where the current timelines are dissolving, and they like tighten up team, and this team's like tighten up, we gotta fight. So here they are fighting these other Teen Titans, bad guys. And they show Superboy, and then they show Impulse and Green Lantern save these two who are on the other supposedly bad people. More like they're under control of Extent, I guess. And then here's Rayman fighting and Extent trying to fight Donna, and Green Lantern jumps in the way and gets hit. Doesn't get killed, but he just gets hit really hard with a beam. Here's Extent, zapping Wave Rider. You show him his older version of Monarch / Hawk, which was originally was before he turned a bad guy. And then here's Extent watching himself, about to turn into himself. And they're fighting, and he's trying to, send these people back. And while he's sending them back, of course, that's when the Monarch takes advantage of him. absorbs his energy and combines with Wave Rider, just like Extend originally had planned. And then here's the Green Ranger's ring, and then out of mystery, this person picks up saying, forgotten icon for fallen heroes, better to take it was a trophy than watch it vanish. They don't explain, I go, well, who took that? And they show the superheroes again, again, at the edge of time, where all the energy is converging and everything. There's Booster, and then, the universe is basically turning it on its inside out. And of course, there's Wonder Woman. Oh, gotta get turned next page. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And then here you go. Back here with, of course, the dude, him, and who are they're supposed to be the same person. They're kind of explaining what's going on. And they get the last of them. And then, all of a sudden, Guy Gardner, out of nowhere, never happened before, his armor all of a sudden produces a gun. And he's like, how did this happen? What's going on? Again, they show those guys disappearing, and he's like, this isn't right, something's wrong with the rifts, part of the rift, been beaten, and they show that some were successful and some were not. And then, of course, the new extent, shown to the guy who's been extent, kind of like the current extent and the future extent are together, talking about what's going on. And then he absorbs this guy to make himself more powerful. And at the very end, they say, they show, so this is the 30th century. Afterwards, the Earth blew up. And whoever this guy is, they don't show who this is, and he drops the ring. There's no sense of being right of the universe no more. They don't show who this guy is, who picked up the ring and dropped it there, saying the universe is no more. But, again, another decent comic book with another decent story for the 0 Hour series. So, that's all for now, guys. See you guys soon for another comic book video.